Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ifoma. On this channel is all about growth, self-development, and leveling up your life. So guys, today we're going to be talking about how to deal with toxic people. Toxic people are everywhere. You can find them in your home, your workplace, your street, your environment, your school, everywhere. Toxic people are everywhere and you can't stop them from being where they are. But you can decide how to deal with them. And that is why this video is here. So quickly, let's move into how to deal with toxic people. Remember, a toxic person is someone who is hateful, who is harmful, frustrated. They are frustrating. That's what I can say. A toxic person is frustrating and can be harmful to your life, to your personality, to your growth. So, here are ways to deal with toxic people. Number one way is to avoid unnecessary arguments with a toxic person. I mean, there are ways to know if these people are toxic when they are always angry, they're always looking for means or seeking for means to get into a fight or argument with you. Argument is nothing bad. You can argue with your partner based on something like when you guys are sharing idea, which is healthy. But arguing with a toxic person is a no, 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 no. Because this person is not reasoning or thinking like you are. This person is hateful and is always thinking of ways to harm you or ways to do things about you, against you. That is why they are toxic. They are frustrating. So the best way to deal with them is to avoid every unnecessary argument with them. I mean, if this is not important, if you don't really have to talk about it, it's okay to just keep quiet, quit. You don't have to argue. I mean, you already know your point, you know your truth. Because toxic people, they are the last people to accept their fault. They never accept their fault. They blame other people for their mistakes. So why argue with a toxic person when your argument or your point is actually pointless to them, or your argument actually makes no sense to them? It's not going to make them change their mind or something. It's not going to make them become better. So why not avoid every argument with a toxic person? Number two way to deal with a toxic person is to avoid sharing your secret or personal informations with them. Toxic people can also be referred as gossips. Why do I say so? Toxic people, when they hear things about you or when you tell them something, they tend to use it against you in the future. That is what makes them toxic. So, in such a case, you should avoid sharing personal information about you with toxic people because someday they will come back to use whatever you might have shared out of them, you might have shared with them out of trust against you because they are toxic. They don't reason like you reason. I mean, these people are naturally harmful. They are toxic. They are dangerous. Like, they are harmful to your well-being, to your growth. I mean, if you share personal information about you or your loved one or anything, that is personal to you with a toxic person, there is 99 percent possibility that this person would come back in the future to use it against you. Yeah, that is why they are called toxic people. So avoid sharing personal information about you so they won't have anything to use against you in the future. Yeah, that's why you don't have to share personal information about you with them. Even if those people used to be your friend, once you have a problem with a toxic person, my dear, your secret becomes open, which makes it an open secret. So you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want your personal information to be flying here and there, left, right, and center. Everybody's talking about you. Everybody knows you're up, you're down, you're front, you're back, everything about you. You wouldn't want that, right? So avoid sharing personal information about you with someone who is toxic. Number three way to deal with a toxic person is to avoid them. This is coming last because it's almost impossible to avoid toxic people. For instance, you can have them in your classroom and you can't leave the classroom or ask them to leave because it's either you quitting or they quit, or which is not possible. So, and sometimes you also have them in your family. I mean, family members can be the toxic people as well. That's why I said they are everywhere. You can have them as your neighbor, your schoolmate, your classmate, your roommate, anybody. Toxic people can be anywhere. So avoid them if possible. If possible, avoid toxic people. I mean, if you don't really have to relate with those people, if there is nothing personal so common that you really have to, you see, there's something people don't understand. When you're avoiding people, it doesn't simply mean that you're quarreling with that person. Not, it doesn't really mean that you have issues with that person. No, you are doing this for your own well-being, for your mental health, for your growth. Because this person does this person does not add any value to you. So why keep them in your life? They are toxic. That's who they are, and they can't change because of you. Yes. So avoid them in every possible way. Avoid unnecessary argument with them. Avoid sharing personal information about you with them, and avoid coming close to them if there is no need for that, if there isn't a need for you to be with them, to talk with them, to be friends with them. I mean, you can be friends from a distance. Hi, good morning, you pass your way. You don't have to sit down and talk with them, laugh, and all this kind of stuff. Your laughing might just bring, land you into trouble. So that is the three ways to deal with toxic people. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Please do not forget to comment, like, and share this video. I really love you. And our today's quote is, your mental health is your wealth. See you in the next video. Bye bye.